As a change agent in an organization where I help evolve the organization, it's hard to know up to where we can go in terms of bringing new practices. There's a risk of being on kind of a plateau and the evolution stop. Another risk also is overreaching, is going too fast, and people will disconnect from the initiative. But you can actually detect up to which point you can bring this particular organization by looking at the values and the behavior of the leaders who are in this organization. The KMM, Kanban Maturity Model, bring us 7 levels of maturity in terms of organization and leadership. I'm not going to talk too much about level 0. Let's go straight into level 1. So level 1, the organization will be team focused. Basically, the leader will very much like building teams. And you may find an organization where you have actually teams with very cool name, and you have some maybe team building exercises from time to time. That leader will promote collaboration, transparency, and also will promote people who takes initiative. So at that level, it's all about teams. At level 2, your leader will very much be customer aware and will promote that. It's the customer driven level. So it's about pleasing the customer. We will talk about the customers, not necessarily talk to them, but we at least know that we are serving someone which is outside of the organization, or at least outside of the team. So your leader will promote the flow of work. We want to deliver to these people who are using our service or product. That leader will also promote acts of leadership. So people will be able to take initiative, like we said at level 1, but also make some decisions by themselves, even when the leader is not present. So this is the customer-driven level. We are very much aware of our customer. We don't have a perfect delivery yet, but this is where we are going. At level 3, the fit for purpose level. This is a very important step in the evolution of an organization. Your leader will be very much purpose-driven. We have a purpose, and it's not just about delivering to the customer, but it's a little bit of consistency in terms of our customer service. We want balance, we want sustainability, and your leader will promote unity and alignment in all the teams of the organization. At level 4, we start to understand risk, and your leader will be more of a risk manager. So it's about data-driven decision-making. We want to be aware of the potential issues that we could face and anticipate them through the use of data. Your leader will also promote leadership development. So internally, people will be able to develop themselves as leaders and maybe achieve a new position inside the organization. Your leader will also probably start to build some sort of a customer intimacy. So we're closer to the customer, we want to please them, we want to deliver with consistency, and then we want to anticipate the risk. So that's level 4, risk edged. At level 5, your organization may very well be the market leader of this particular market. Your leader will be relentless perfectionist. That person will promote the equality of opportunities, will promote experimentation, and also social mobility. So these organizations are at the forefront of each of their specific markets. There are not that many of them. These leaders are usually recognized internationally in their particular field. So that's level 5, market leader. Level 6 is built for survival. There are not that many organizations which we could evaluate to be level 6, but the leaders you will see in this sort of organization is a culture hacker. So the culture hacker is a person that will actually change the culture of an organization, for example, through an acquisition. That person could very well transform the way people behave just by their values, their presence inside this organization. So the sort of values you can see from this kind of leader is diversity, also congruence. There's kind of a consistency in the way things are being done over and over. And also they will promote the long-term survival of the organization. So it's quite possible that this kind of organization will drastically change their market based on the evolution of how their customer actually consume their service or product. They can very well even sell parts of their companies because they don't see necessarily a future. So they will constantly evolve and constantly adapt to a changing market. So this is the build for survival level 6. So the KMM provide us these 7 levels of maturity in terms of the organization and also in terms of leadership. But be aware that your leaders don't necessarily know at what level they are, and it's not necessarily your job to tell them, because obviously if they are of lower maturity, they could be insulted. But it's up to you to witness what's happening in the organization and determine the level you are and where you can go from there. Based on the maturity level of your leaders, this is probably the limit of what you can achieve. Knowing your limit is very important because it will help you avoid overreaching, going too fast or going too far in terms of adding new practices, new behavior is key to your success. Otherwise, if you go too fast, you may very well be rejected from that particular organization. It's not necessarily feasible to change the behavior of people, obviously, but you can at least witness their behavior, the values they promote, and from there, as a change agent, you can determine at what level your organization and your leaders are. The KMM gives you a good idea of what are the practices you could bring in this organization and help them evolve from level 1 through maybe level 6. But again, you will be limited to the maturity level of your leaders. The Kanban Maturity Model is a tool for each level. You will be able to learn which kind of practices you will be able to achieve in a specific level. You can also learn which new practices you can insert to kind of stimulate the organization towards an evolution. Leaders should be conscious of their behavior and the language they use, the values they promote. And by knowing who they are, they can actually decide to change some aspect of what they're doing and promote new values inside the organization. This will help not only themselves evolve, but also the organization they lead will follow. Usually, organization we see as change agent would be probably level 1 or level 2. And most of the time, they will be trying to evolve to the next level. So this is where you come in and you could help them go through this. But you're not alone in the sense that you have a playbook. The Kanban Maturity Model is your playbook. It's a guide that helps you as a change agent to understand what you can do at what time. The biggest challenge you will face when you help an organization evolve is probably trying to go too fast in terms of adding new practices. If people are not ready to absorb these new practices, maybe they don't understand why, they may very well reject these new practices and revert back to old habits. So there's a thin line between going too fast and going too slow. But you, as a change agent, you want your organization to evolve, obviously. So the KMM is really your playbook to help you succeed in this kind of transformation.